got eaten by a horse today. Today I have some stuff for both travelers and video nuts. I'm Callie Lewis. Welcome to Geek Beat number 318. This episode of Geek Beat TV is brought to you by JackThreads. I'm in Los Angeles for Blog World, but as always, I wouldn't leave you hanging. We've had our hands on some great tech lately that I'll show you. If you're in LA, we're having a meetup on November 3rd. All the details about this meetup and other meetups around the world are always at lividlobster.com/events. I love hanging out with you guys and hope you can join me when we visit your city. Okay, on to the tech. These days, you don't have to be a filmmaker to want to record great video. Technology has given us the ability to create video with just our phones, for goodness sakes. But if you want some more flexibility and to take some really creative shots, take a look at the CineSkates.
So this is the CineSkates camera system. And what it was actually a Kickstarter project where they needed to raise $20,000 to get the first production run going. Amazingly, they raised over $485,000. So it seems like a lot of people have an interest in this project. So what it is it's a GorillaPod Focus with a Joby ball mount. But the real kicker to this Kickstarter project is the new feet by CineSkates. So these specially designed feet are actually rotatable skateboard wheels. So you can rotate them and set them into a variety of different positions for straightforward shots or for rotating shots. You can really just use your imagination.
Okay, so the CineSkates allow you to move around in tight spaces and capture some awesome stuff. What if you want to take it to another level and get that really steady rolling camera shot higher from the ground and you have a bit more room? The Konova camera slider, say that 3 times fast, might be the right one for you.
I'm here with the camera slider from Konova. Now you may be asking yourself, why do I need this thing? Well, let me tell you. There's a big difference between a camera sliding across a track as opposed to just panning. Now let me explain. Take a moment and find something in your room, like your computer for instance. I want you to look at the computer and just twist your head around. And you notice that as you stay focused on the computer, it still looks the same, doesn't it? Now I want you to physically move your head over and you start to see the wall back behind or your office if you're watching this at work. So you can see that there's a difference between actually moving your body over as opposed to just twisting around. And that's the benefit with the camera slider. So using a camera slider like this can add a lot of production value to your scene. Oftentimes you'll be looking at a scene and you won't even really notice why it looks good or cinematic, but you just know there's something about it. So let me tell you some more about the actual unit. It features a solid steel frame or track that has the camera mounted plate here. You can slide it across here. It's a 2-foot wide piece of track. It features, like I said, it's a steel frame. It has steel bearings inside, so it gets a really, really smooth slide. It has a friction knob here, so you can change how easy it is to push along the track. At $329, this really is an affordable option for movie makers on a budget. It has a lot of flexibility and versatility.
While you're shooting all that awesome video, you want to look awesome too, right? But of course you don't want to pay full price, and you don't have to when you use my code to sign up at jackthreads.com/geekbeat. That link will give you up to 80% off brand name clothes like Hurley, Stussy, and Kid Robot. It's invite only, so be sure to use that link, jackthreads.com/geekbeat. Last week, John P. and I were in San Jose for the launch event for ANA, All Nippon Airways. And as I mentioned, we'll be taking a trip with them to Japan in a couple months. We got to see firsthand what they're doing to improve your experience, regardless of if you're in economy, business, or first class. So as I said, you hate it when somebody leans back into you. Well, these backs are actually solid. So when you lean back, you are not going back into somebody. You're staying right where you are. And look at this. While you're down there, how awesome is that? You've got like a little footrest. Don't show my feet. Here we have the table, and you've got a cup holder right here. But here's the cool part. You put it back up. You don't need the entire table. You still have a cup holder. Very awesome. And they have power and USB in every single seat with a display for entertainment and possibly food purchases and all of that with your little handy remote. All right, let's take a look at the business class next.
Kelly.
Oh, hey. Well, okay, I've just fallen asleep in the new staggered business class. This is awesome. All right, so you got to see every seat has an aisle, and this reclines fully. Now, some seats in business class somewhat recline, but not all the way. Oh yeah, this is the best. You can track. You can go back and forth. You have lumbar support. You can go upright. You have a side table. Look, how cool is that? Pretty cool. geekbeat.tv/ANA video. Not only do we have these reviews, we have a lot more news, reviews, and tips and tricks at www.geekbeat.tv. Subscribe with RSS or through iTunes or YouTube, however is easiest for you. I appreciate you subscribing and sharing us with your friends. I'm Callie Lewis. Bye-bye. Woohoo! Yay! You just want me to say something ridiculous.